What is chew? Chew turns food into small particles so that it can be easily digested by the body. Finally, the nutrients that enter the body are even more maximum. Digestion is a heavy book test. By chewing well, you lighten the load on your digestive system. Slow chew in Sunnah. The head is not how many times we have to chew, but we have to make sure the texture of food that enter our stomach is soft. Its purpose to facilitate the work of the digestive system. However, most of us still eat in hurry, especially if you are hungry again. Before the food is completely run in the mouth, our feet have entered. Swallow. Deglutition is a reflex in the human body that makes something pass through the mouth through the esophagus. If this process fails and the object enters the trachea, a person will choke. Add acid and enzyme. Gastric juice is made of digestive enzymes, hydrochloric acid, and the substances that are important for absorbing nutrients. About 3 to 4 liters of gastric juice are produced per day. The hydrochloric acid in the gastric juice break down the food and the digestive enzymes speed up the protein. Add more enzymes. The protein digesting enzyme pepsin is active by exports to hydrochloric acid inside the stomach. Chief cells also found within the gastric pits of the stomach produce two digestive enzymes, pepsinogen and gastric lipase. Stomach churning is an uncomfortable, aggregated sensation caused by a variety of stomach and intestinal issues. They can range from indigestion to virus. If you often experience stomach churning, you may have a medical condition that requires treatment.
Process it at bile. As the liquid passes into the intestine, stomach acid is neutralized by alkaline bile from the liver. At bile is the dark green to yellowish brown fluid produced by the liver of most vertebrates that aids the digestion of liquid in the small intestine. In humans, bile is produced continuously by the liver and stored and concentrated in the gallbladder. After eating, this stored bile is discharged into the duodenum. Process 7. Absorb nutrient. As the enzymes begin to release nutrients, they are absorbed across the lining of the small intestine into the bloodstream. Other than that, the most important of these include your age, diet, lifestyle, habit, psychology, stress, genetic, and your gut microbiome. The way to improve your nutrient absorption is combine your food correctly. Many board-certified licensed nutritionists advocate strategically combining certain food in order to improve the efficiency with which your body is able to absorb nutrients. Process 8. Ferment waste. Bacteria living in the large intestine help with the breakdown of waste, releasing even more nutrients. Fermentation is a biochemical interaction that transforms a substance into a beneficial state. When it interacts with bacteria, energy is released. Over 100 trillion bacteria in our gut form a microbiome, with archaea, protists, fungi, and virus. Process 9. Remove water. The large intestine absorbs excess water from the food as it passes through. Next, water is removed and bacteria break down some indigestible material, producing important compounds such as vitamin K. Process 10. Get rid of waste. All that is left at the end of the digestive process is a combination of indigestible material, dead cells, and bacteria. Other than that, the entire trip from mouth to rectum can take about 24 hours in the average person.
Avoid the appearance of undigested food residues in the stool. It is important to follow the recommendation of experts. The main intention are food should be frequent up to 5 to 6 times a day and fraction in small portion. The use of protein and carbohydrate should be separate. Food must be chewed carefully before, during, and after ingestion. Drinking liquid is prohibited. Dairy products should be eaten daily. Gastrointestinal tract disease must be treated in a timely manner.
How to keep the digestive system healthy? First, consume whole food without being processed. Second, increase fiber consumption. And the last one is drink enough water. The fiber used by humans is digestible and indigestible. Depending on the type of food residue found in the stool, it may indicate a variation or be the norm. Digestible fiber must be fully processed by the body. Eat particles of fruits and vegetables like carrot, potato, grape, and apple are detected in the stool. The indicates are insufficient concentration of hydrochloric acid in the body. The process of assimilation of trace elements that benefit from them does not occur, like indigestible fiber. Unaffected by gastric juice, as products certainly eat vegetable and skin of bone, fruits, and corn have a double skin. Eating different food composition, especially in the largest quantity, can also provoke dysentery. Digestive enzymes are needed for the digestion of protein, fat, and carbohydrate. They do not always have time to be produced in the body in the right quantity. The presence of undigested pieces in the stool may indicate the following problem. Point 1. Pancreas damage. 2. Insufficient amount of gastric juice or change in acid-base balance. 3. Dysbacteriosis. 4. Accumulated intestinal perithalsis, which prevent food from digestion and undergoes the necessary separation process.
Giving pieces of food that are not digested in the stool is also an additional factor that affects to the human body. The main one are medicine. Certain type of medicines when inhibiting in function of digestive system, reducing the secretion of gastric juice and some enzyme. This bacteriosis accompanied by the appearance of unpleasant taste in the mouth, nausea, bloating, change in the balance in intestinal microorganisms, of inflection in the composition of fecal mass, functional deficits in the result of healthy lifestyle and diet when led to the inability to spoil and absorb food intake produced by abdominal pain, nausea and belching. Undigested food emphasis is more often detected in the elderly, children, patients with chronic gastrointestinal disease.